I said, I'm 20 years old. What's your best advice for me as a 23-year-old? They say, don't get married. Oh, they say that is a contract. They say that is a contract. Do not get married, sir. I said, okay, thank you for thank you for that good advice. And I rolled up my window. Oh, beautiful people around the world and keep climbing family. I hope everyone is blessed, well, and healthy. And that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. And I want to tell y'all, man, you never know what somebody's going through, what they're recovering from, what they're healing from, what they've been dealing with. Hey, we got to spread that love, y'all. And man, yeah, we got a good video today. I just want to check this one out with y'all, man. Why divorce is so expensive in the US, okay? And again, salute to all of our married couples. I know we have a lot of married, beautiful people on the channel that love the channel, that love me. A lot of amazing married couples on the channel that we lift up. We've been lifting up these past couple of years. People that have fallen in love with the channel are married from different song requests. We've did anniversary music reactions. We've done all kind of songs that people have played at their wedding on the channel. So we've done a lot of things music related towards couples, relationships, marriages, and just, you know, in that song category, in that genre category, you know, and it's been beautiful, you know. But there's always the pros and cons, and there's always negativity towards everything. There's always the bad and good towards everything, you know. Marriage, relationships, our love life, there's the good and bad, you know. And when it comes to with money, y'all know y'all know that money deal, you know, son, that prenup. When it comes with money, man, this is where things go left, go right. And a lot of people have struggled. I would say I've talked to older friends and people in my family that went through divorce and just completely ended up on the upside down category, you know. And this is one reason why I wish the best in everybody's life, man. You just never know what somebody is going through, what they're going to go through in the future. You know, you just got to wish what's best for everybody, man. And I want to wish the best in all you guys' marriage, that you stay married and you know, you love one another, you know, to the end's day, you know. But the person you marry at 20 or 30 years old is not going to be the same person you marry at 30 or at 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. You know, that's one thing you got to understand when going into a committed relationship and being, you know, loving one another. We're gonna change, you know. We're gonna change. And not just body wise. We're gonna change in every aspect, you know, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. We're gonna change. So let me check this video out with y'all, man. I'm gonna just check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just check it out. I seen it on my recommended. I said, let me check this out with the Keep Coming family. Let's see what's going on in the US. I mean, hell, you think about it, everything in the US is fucking expensive. Shit. So let's check this one out, man. If you're new to the channel, join the Keep Coming family. Hit that subscribe button down below. I was thinking about posting this video on my other channel, but I said, you know what? We do a lot of marriage songs over here and requests over here. So I said, let me check this one out with the Keep Climbing family. Let's check this one out, y'all.
Income, it would easily, not less than $150,000. With lost income, it would easily approach $400,000.
Upwards of $100,000 easily.
Between $172,799 to roughly $191,000, of which I still owe $120,929.
Getting divorced in the US isn't cheap. In 2021, there were roughly 2 million marriages and nearly 700,000 divorces.
Oh,
That's
shit!
A lot of people.
God, can I curse y'all? Damn. Oh my goodness, man, oh man.
Coughing up a lot of dough.
It's been 4 years of misery, and very expensive 4 years of misery.
While divorces are expensive, how expensive depends on where you live, if you have children, if you own property, if there's anything you and your spouse disagree on, and several other factors.
The more complex it is, the more hours that are required. Hours by the lawyers, hours by the appraisers, the business valuators, the crypto hunters, the forensics, the forensic accountants, the forensic psychologists.
According to Elizabeth Douglas, founding attorney and CEO of Douglas Family Law in New York, an uncontested divorce costs between $1,500 and $5,500 on average, and a contested divorce anywhere from $40,000 to $140,000. If the case goes to trial, even more. This is Lindsay Williams, John Norman, and Zoe Hutzler, 3 people who have gone through at least one divorce. They cost various amounts, but for all, significantly affected their financial circumstances. Let's start with Lindsay, who got divorced twice. Both were uncontested with no children involved.
Oh damn, she might be the problem. Yeah, divorced twice? Oh man, how you do that twice? I think divorce after one time, I don't know. But then again, we've seen people get divorced 2 or 3 times. Somebody got to be the problem.
Contested divorce is what it sounds like, uncontested, and it's typically a lot cheaper. A contested divorce is when the couple can't come to an agreement. Lindsay went the cheapest route possible, DIY.
You should pay someone to help you get divorced so you don't have to do it a couple of times. But there are also certain counties that have do-it-yourself programs where you can go online and you can fill out the forms yourself.
Lindsay's first divorce in 1997 cost $1,000. Their second
in
2006,
1997, yeah. Right before I was born. Times was good.
Was $4,000. But after Lindsay's first husband passed, they had to pay.
Oh, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I send my condolences, man. You never know, man. You just never know. Rest in peace.
Their ex-husband's dead.
Did you consult a lawyer to make sure that was legally solid?
I didn't, because I was poor. I grew up poor, and the idea of consulting a lawyer for anything was so outside of my financial, scope of understanding.
No matter what, contested or not, fees can't be escaped. Court fees differ by state, but in New York, even for an uncontested divorce, filing fees will cost you at least $335. That's not including the cost of a lawyer, photocopies, notary fees, transportation, mailing, and process server fees, among others.
There's software you have to buy if you want to use things to support your case, like text messages and emails. I gotta pay a transcriber $250 per court transcription. It gets expensive.
Then there are contested divorces, which means more conflict, and more conflict means more money.
Court filing fees, process servers, a real property appraiser. Typically there is a forensic psychologist if there's a custody issue, business valuator. Nowadays, so many people have cryptocurrency, so a crypto hunter, a tax specialist.
Douglas says one of the most expensive parts of a contested divorce is discovery, the formal process of exchanging information between the parties. That can take months and even years.
Most prices get driven up when we're dealing with people who have offshore accounts, or they're trying to hide assets, or transfers, or you start seeing things like funneling money into an aunt's name, a sister's name.
The more topics that need to be discussed, assets split, money found, children that need to be planned for, all means more hours you're paying your lawyer for. Since John first separated from his ex-wife in 2019, he's used several, ranging from $250 to $650 an hour.
I hope Bubbles don't see this video, y'all. Oh, Lord. Yeah. But actually, she likes talking about stuff like this, So when me and her start talking about stuff like this, we understand, what we're signing up for. We understand, what comes with it, And we both agree that kind of marriage is somewhat, a contract. And it is just, what it is. But like I tell y'all, man, as people, we are going to change. Things are going to change. And if, in most people's cases, someone steps out or someone does something foul, someone makes a mistake. And again, we all make mistakes. But sometimes you don't get to make that mistake. You make that mistake, and that was the last straw. So, man. Yes, indeed.
A divorce is a separation, a dissolution, a disassociation. And with that comes a lot of life changes, significant ones.
We're trying to maintain essentially two households on our same incomes.
2 houses, 2 electricity bills, cable, internet, groceries, cars, rent, or mortgage. And that's if you're lucky. Lindsay was in an abusive relationship.
It was not safe to stay in the house, but I didn't have anywhere to go. So that's when I learned how to live in a car.
There's also the cost of moving, buying new furniture, setting up utilities, doing your taxes independently, separating your health insurance, and possibly selling the shared home or homes. And that's just the beginning. This major life change might cause time lost at work, the need for therapy, and if there are children involved, more childcare. And speaking of children, there's custody to figure out. John worked in law enforcement for more than 20 years, and he was retired in 2019 when he separated from his ex-wife.
We went through a completely unnecessary custody battle. It was about $123,000 in attorney's fees. I had to hire an expert witness. I was without my kids for a year.
That's
Before
tough.
the divorce, he says money wasn't a concern.
And that's the toughest part, bro. The toughest part is like, and I think everybody can agree with me, is the kids part. The separation, that whole situation with the kids is just probably the worst thing, that come with it. We could talk about the money all day, but when it come to your kids, man, that's. And again, I feel that, and I don't even have no kids, so, but, man, so I feel that right there, man. When it comes to your kids, man, it's tough.
Now, he owes more than $120,000, nearly $40,000 of that in credit card debt.
We had extra money, we bought a boat, then there was this custody battle, and it drained all of my accounts. It's going to take me years to recoup from that.
He says he retired in 2016 and became the primary caretaker to his then 7.
Oh, salute to him. Salute to my first responders, man. Made the ultimate sacrifice. Salute, man. Salute to our first responders. Salute to that brother right there, man. Y'all know we appreciate all of our first responders out there. The ones that make the ultimate sacrifice, man. The ones that really actually protecting and serving the community and loving and caring for one another. Yes, indeed, man. Salute to that brother.
And 10-year-old daughters. That's while his ex-wife started her own business. So when he and his ex-wife split, all he had coming in was a pension, $3,200 a month.
I was paying for groceries on our joint checking account. And then that joint checking account was emptied to an account that my name wasn't on. So I was left with $38. And that was a difficult spot to be in.
He worked in real estate, got a part-time job at Ithaca College, and he recently accepted a new job with Tennessee Homeland Security as a special field agent.
How are you going to get out of all this debt?
Working a lot, living a more frugal lifestyle. I'm going to devote probably the vast majority of my pension to paying down debt. I'm working with a financial analyst as well, who is helping with that. And that's, yes, by the way, that's another expense. Another $5,000 to come to a plan on how to pay down your debt. But it's a drop in the bucket if I can effectively erase $120,000 of debt in the next 3 to 4 years. It's going to be money well spent.
Cost of moving
Ken
on.
Couch is a professor at the University of Connecticut studying the economic effects of unexpected life cycle events. In a long-term study developed in collaboration with the Social Security Administration, he found that divorced women lost significant financial security unless they remarried.
The flows of child support and alimony do not make up for the additional living costs on average in the divorced woman's household. Typically, the household of the woman and the children suffer a significant decline in their standard of living, where the typical male, even after paying the child support, is doing a little bit better than he was married.
He's not the only one to discuss what many around the world call the divorce gap. This study, for one on British households by a professor at the London School of Economics, claims fathers see an income boost of about 25% after getting divorced on average, while mothers experience a 20% drop. It's important to remember that women earn 82 cents for every dollar a man earns. However, something that we all know has changed in recent decades is who makes more money. It's much more common now for women to be the breadwinner. And of course, not all divorces involve a man and a woman. While studies do show that in the long term, women end up with a decline in their standard of living, higher earners do experience substantial financial loss, at least during the divorce.
If you're the moneyed spouse, you're probably going to pay more because you're contributing a portion towards the other spouse's counsel fees. Likely you are trying to maintain the status quo, so you're probably paying child support, you're probably paying maintenance, all while trying to maintain a home or a new lifestyle of your own.
So how can Americans reduce their costs?
Fight less, agree more, take the emotion.
Fight less, agree more.
Even when you have lots of assets to protect, when you are fighting about everything, where everything has to be your way or the highway, it's going to cost you more.
To prevent her divorce from being a huge financial burden on both her and her ex-husband, Zoe Hutzler, who has a 7-year-old son, worked with a friend of hers who is an attorney to craft a custody agreement.
We didn't have a humongous estate. The tough part for us was custody. I thought that would really reduce the amount of time we would spend with our lawyers. Unfortunately, my ex-husband didn't think so.
Like John, Zoe's divorce started with mediation, but they were going nowhere and got lawyers in 2022. She says one argument alone about picking up and dropping off her son cost her $4,000.
Man, what
I mean, he
the?
literally would text him on the side and say, "Do you realize how much this fight is costing us? This is ridiculous. Can't we be adults? Can't we just have this conversation?" But when somebody else engages their lawyer, you have no choice but then to engage back with your lawyer.
Money I've spent on things that have vaporized and never come to fruition. We spent 3 weeks in negotiations, spending money on our attorneys to negotiate the duration of gymnastics and how it would unfold and who would be taking, and then the kid doesn't want to do gymnastics.
While it might be easier said than done, there are steps Americans can take to keep costs down. Get yourself organized. Gather all the documents you might need, like tax returns, employment contracts, and real estate documents. Know your state laws, and especially know your rights. The more work you do up front, the less time you'll be paying someone else to do it for you. And choose your mediator or lawyer wisely.
You get what you pay for. The cheapest way is do it yourself, or you see those signs all the time that say divorce $3.99. It's like getting a Happy Meal, right, as opposed to getting a real deal. But if you do that, then you have to be prepared to deal with those results, which might be waiting longer, getting papers bounced back, getting it done wrong.
At the same time, spend your time with your lawyer wisely too.
Your divorce lawyer should not be your best friend, also the most expensive friend you can have.
Keep the explaining, complaining, and venting for your trusted loved ones, and not someone with a several $100 hourly rate. A therapist might be a good idea too, and certainly a cheaper one. There are also options for those who don't have enough money to get divorced. Law firms that do pro bono work offer financial assistance, and there are many organizations, nonprofits, and shelters that can help.
You don't have to stay married to someone just because you don't have the money.
And finally, for those who aren't in this situation quite yet, consider a prenup.
The best piece of advice I can give anybody is you're never going to negotiate a more favorable divorce for both parties than when you love each other.
Prenups are romantic. You get to protect someone while you still love them, before you hate them, and you get to divide and save money for both of you early on. I think there are some people who stay married because they're afraid that their lifestyle won't be able to be maintained, or they still believe that old adage.
And we've seen that though. We've talked to some people that we've seen that though. They literally stay married because like what all that comes with it. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, man. It's a good video though, man. But then again, there's a lot of stories out there that would really hit people upside the head if they were shared on CNBS. You know what I'm saying? On CNBC, man. But y'all know the deal, man. I've talked to people that have went through similar situations, but way worse. The guy I bought my motorcycle from, man, that fella there, he was going through it, man. And he's recovering still. And that's one reason why I bought the motorcycle from him. Yeah, that ain't funny though. Stop laughing. It ain't funny. People are really out here just going through it, man. And he got kids, he got daughters. So that hurt him, But there's still a way. He sees his girls like every other week, so it's good, you know. But again, the best advice somebody gave me was said, Rick, you better not get married just yet. I say, what? I'm ready to get married, dada.
It's cheaper to keep her. I say, no, it's not. It's not cheaper because you can't get that cost back.
But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all feel about that one, man. Comment down below if you've been through a divorce. How was it? How you going? Are you all right? You know, we wishing the best for you. We love you. And to all of our married couples out there, comment down below too. You know, we wishing you a healthy marriage still, and that everything goes well, and that y'all continue to love each other. The family gets stronger, you know, for the kids. That your household is boosted, that your finances is boosted together. We're wishing the best in everybody's life, man. But again, you never know anybody's situation. So please keep that in mind and spread that love to one another. I love you guys. That was a pretty good video to check out. And again, spread that love. You never know what somebody's going through. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.